What's up, guys? This is AiurNeedsMe, and I'm bringing you my 7th cast. This is actually going to be a Zerg versus Zerg. I'm casting it because one of my friends wanted me to cast it. It's this guy here, Axwell, a good mate that I know. And he is the Zerg in the bottom left, the red Zerg, and he is playing against Toramdo, the purple Zerg in the bottom right. This is going to be on shakuras Plateu. So this is before they took it out of the map pool, I guess, but it doesn't matter because this is a tournament. It's the games.on.net tournament. It's an open tournament, and this is a game from the column 6 of the losers bracket. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Axwell already getting that scout out. Toramdo not opting to scout, but opting to just do a little extractor trick there. Scouting. I never really liked shakuras Plateu, but I know a lot of Zergs liked it, and it should be exciting. Should be exciting to watch. Now, I don't really know what the games.on.net tournament is. I know it's I think it's hosted by Internode. It's an Australian tournament, I believe, because this is on C. Toramdo is a platinum player, and Axwell is in gold. He would be in plat if he laddered more. I always tell him to ladder more, but he never does. He just 2v2s all the time. If he laddered more, he would definitely be able. He's easily a high platinum level player, maybe diamond as well if he tried hard enough. So Toramdo going for that spawning pool on 14-13, yes, and Axwell going for the spawning pool and the gas. Toramdo not going for any gas yet. He might just want to take an expansion after he gets his spawning pool out. I haven't really seen that many ZvZs, so can't predict too well what's going to happen in a ZvZ. I've never played it, I've always been playing Protoss. So taking the gas now as well and getting a queen out. Always good to have those queens. Axwell not actually going for any queen as such, but the spawning pool is almost done, the gas is done, the spawning pool is finished for Toramdo. Let's bring up that production. So he's getting out some zerglings. Always good to get at least 2 to man those watchtowers. Oh, I mean, you can't get 1 zergling unless you kill one of them off. But I think that getting 4 is better in my opinion. I know it's slightly more macro oriented to only get 2 zerglings because then you can get another drone from that spare larva. But I think if you have 2 to man the watchtowers and then 2 to do some poking around the enemy's base, then it's better. Ooh, this is lagging a little bit. Hang on, I'm just going to look at something uninteresting for the moment. And just watch the minimap, just watch the excitement happening on the minimap. So Axwell going for his queen and now a roach warren while the 2 zerglings come for Toramdo to scout out his base. None of them actually going for expansion yet. His money is getting a little bit high here. He is also going for the roach warren, but Axwell's is coming down somewhat earlier, so he's going to have those roaches sooner. Let's see, they're both about they're on the same supply, and Toramdo getting a 1-up on the harvesters, but I don't think it's going to play too much of a part in this game. If Axwell can do something with his roaches. So keeping those overlords for some good, in case for some good scouting action. You want to make them fly over their base. See what's happening in their base. Axwell producing 5 roaches, somewhat ahead of Toramdo's 5 roaches, but I don't think he minds if he's just going to want to be defending with his roaches. They probably both want to expand behind these roaches, just be safe. So Toramdo checking down that expo before his roaches actually finish, because I mean he knows that these roaches aren't going to be able to make it there. And Axwell now going for an expansion also. He has to get these annoying little zerglings out of their base. Out of his base, so he can't get any more information. So Toramdo is looking at a tiny bit of a better position, opting for the somewhat more macro-oriented route to start with, although Axwell has managed to take out 2 zerglings. A zergling and a drone. Yes, that's what it is. A zergling and a drone, whereas he's lost nothing, so he's in a better position in that part, in that regard. Both still on 1 gas. Axwell just starting his 2nd gas now. Spreading those creep tumors. Toramdo, always good to spread the creep tumors. It's freezing. Okay. Hopefully it'll be okay. I don't know why it's freezing so much. I've even turned down the FPS for fraps, but I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be okay as the game proceeds. Axwell getting a good block off with the roaches there. You want to be absolutely sure that no zergings can get past, but he's not doing anything that exciting at the moment. He's morphing into a lair. Lair? Yes, lair. Okay. And Toramdo's is going to be slightly ahead now of Axwell's. He has 6 roaches now defending this hatchery and only just starting to saturate it. Good to be moving those drones slightly before it finishes so you can get as much as possible out of your Axwell. Axwell should be transferring drones now too and starting another queen maybe. Always good to have a queen for each hatchery slash lair slash hive. Getting an Evo chamber now for those most important upgrades. If you're heading the upgrades game in Zerg, you Zerg, then you're usually going to be doing pretty well. But Toramdo also getting a evolution chamber, so both in pretty much the same, almost the same position, both going the same build. Axwell opting for a spine crawler now. Don't know if he's afraid of Toramdo coming for him. Gonna try and attack him, but I guess he's just been devoting all his lava to drones. He hasn't been getting any more roaches. Moving in that overlord now, not much Zerg can do to stop that besides getting a queen. Luckily, queen's almost finished here, and this queen has to keep spitting larvae at this spot. I guess he should have spat the larvae just before he went to the overlord, but I want to make sure to take out any scouting ability that the other player has, that Toramdo has. Getting now a spine crawler. I guess he's scared of a spire coming, but Axwell is actually going for the infestation pip in infestors, getting pathogen glands, an important upgrade for them. And I know that Axwell always loves his infestors. He says that's what makes ZvZ fun. It's one of the, he thinks it's a really fun matchup. Actually, I know a lot of people hate it, but I've seen his infestor play games with him before, and it's pretty decent. I do like the fungal growths that he can do. So the Overlord is going to see that infestor. If he didn't see it, then he can see this big pile of shit that they leave behind anyway. So he knows that there's infestors coming, and the spine crawler now seems like a waste. But I guess he can move it to his front lines for detection for when there's infestors and there's roaches want to burrow. Is burrow actually research? No, it is not. It'd be good to research that burrow to help his, because he's mainly got a roach infestor force at this point. Continuing to spit their larvae right in time. You should be spreading this creep though. Looks like the creep is stuck at this point, but he should still be spreading a creep either way. Now here comes the roaches. Hopefully he can get some good fungal growths off. I think the roaches look really funny when they get fungal growth. They get like massive growths. Nice fungal growth here. Massive, just bulbous green growths. He should really just fungal and run away with his roaches, but Toramdo does have a better concave at this point, but Axwell's got the high ground, and he also has the infestors fungal, spitting that sticky, debilitating acid all over those silly roaches, and now getting view of the high ground with his Overlord for more scouting. He's actually producing hydralisks now, whereas Axwell's opting for just more roaches and infestors. I do like infestors, they're crazy. I think that they're underused. They should be used a lot more. Fungal growth just ridiculously good. I love that thing. And infestors still get to have their... Toramdo's a bit annoyed at getting held back by infestors and roaches. Now Axwell having I think he has more roaches now than Toramdo does, all around equal, but he doesn't have the infestors. He needs to save that infestor. He has to keep it alive, micro up to the back, getting trapped in front of these rampaging roaches. Toramdo getting somewhat better creep spread than Axwell, just better placement of that. Now moving forward with 3 infestors and a number of roaches. 18, he's got 18 roaches. Is that the 18 right there? It doesn't really look like 18 roaches. Okay, he's got some back in his base. 24 roaches, 3 infestors against 11 roaches and 8 hydras, but he does have much better saturation. That Toramdo's got a lot more. Roaches just aciding away those queens, those hydras, everything. Is he gonna... Nice. Oh, he's blocked off the ramp. They can't get down, but it doesn't matter since he has a view of the Logan. Oh, nice. Nice fungal growth. Oh, just keeping the block, using it like a sentry force field, but using his own units to fungal growth while he just kills all these drones and does damage to the hatchery. That was some nice force field usage there. Does he have enough energy to do any more? No, he does not. Waste the roach there in the front. It's bad. Little bit of a miss marker there, but that's okay. Sure, he came out on top of that. They're fairly equal in the supply. Now Axwell managing to even out, taking out at least 10-15 drones there. So that was good. Is that Overlord still in there? I reckon you should spawn an infested Terran just to kill that. Just one infested Terran. He can afford 25 energy, can't he? Although he does love his fungal growths now. Axwell getting his money getting a little bit high. Toramdo having macro problems of his own, but 2-base zerg. It's hard to keep your money down. I think it is as well when I try zerg anyway. So Axwell staying with that drone count, researching. No, Toramdo now researching the burrow, not Axwell, even though he does have the infestors and the roaches out, which can benefit greatly from it. He wants to get some good fungal growths off on this roach Hydra Force, just free damage, and then they can't move. I mean, he's completely aware that he's breaking through the back rocks, and this is a big roach force, getting them groove spines and zerg missile attacks. Gotta keep those upgrades going. Always a good thing. How fast are infestors? Actually, 2.5. So they are a bit slower than... They're not slower than the Hydras, but they are a bit slower than the Roaches with their speed upgrade now. Both of them going for a third. Axwell's being slightly quicker to come down. Energy building up a little bit on these queens. You should spend that on creep tune and start spreading it. But oh, this is zerg zerg. So if you spread creeps, it's just going to help as much as it helps you. So sorry about me talking about them having to spread creep now. Axwell attacking through the back while Toramdo attacks through the front. Is he gonna? He doesn't know that the third is here. I'm not sure. He might go up there and look. No, he's actually just gonna try and attack the front. Axwell and have a spine, and the roaches are now coming in the back, absolutely burning everything with the acid while Toramdo tries to build an infestation pit and more stuff. Holding off, trying to hold off the front. The roaches die there, getting the drones to run away. Sniping the hatchery, nicely done, and now getting it the fuck out of there to go and defend his own base. Now, Axwell actually lost a hatch of his own, but he didn't lose a lair, which is all the tech. Hopefully, he manages to keep this. Looks like this might actually go down here. This is, there it goes. He should be starting to research a lair straight away after that. Axwell chasing after those retreating Roach Hydra Force running away. Fast, high-speed chase on this creep highway. So Axwell could nice fungal growths there, just stopping at any chance they have of retreat and doing that extra